paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot-bellied goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going, yeah. We about to put on a show, these haters don't even know. They're in too deep like a hole. And they about to find out what it means when you enter into my house. How it feels when you always seem to strike out. Cause I don't lose, no I win, I go all out.
The air is filled up with suspense. We've got our dreams we must defend. And we know what we represent.
So we'll keep fighting till the end. And we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end. And we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end. This is our calling, this is our calling. This is our calling, this is our calling.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks. Hey, anyone notice this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
What's up, everyone?
That is quite the intro.
I got my intros out of order because Sad Lad Chad in the chat was yelling that he wanted the Trump intro. And I'm like, all right. All right. Man, I tell you guys what. At the beginning of this day, I thought I was going to die. And now I'm here. I don't know how I made it. I don't know how I made it here. I just felt really bad this morning and just laid there like a freaking lump for hours. Then laid in the shower for like an hour, just letting the water rain over me. And then felt bad again. And then I slept for like 30 minutes. And now I feel all right.
Sometimes you gotta just be a lump. Sometimes you have to be a lump and let yourself be a lump.
Yeah, I almost didn't do the show. I was like, yeah, I might die.
And then you play the song. She's lump, she's lump, she's lump, she's in my head. And then
What in the Sam hell did you do?
Have you never heard that song?
No.
What?
No.
You've never heard Lump?
No, I've heard the Fergie song
The hell is the Fergie song?
about her lumps.
Oh, her lovely lady lumps.
Yeah.
That just makes me want mashed potatoes.
I hate mashed potatoes. So gross.
What?
Yeah, they're disgusting.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. How can you hate mashed potatoes?
They're just too like squishy. I don't like squishy like slop. I like structure in my life. So yeah, a little bit of structure.
They're not squishy. They're creamy and delightful.
No, they're disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, Dr. Disrespect is back. I released a video about it yesterday. About him coming out and claiming that he was playing 4D chess and just set everybody up. It's hilarious. It's beautiful to see. And I don't really know what I believe, but I think it's fun to watch. And also, Nikocado Avocado trolled the entire internet. And it's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
For 2 fucking years. That's so wild. 2 years.
I was wondering why he never really aged in his videos.
Because he wasn't aging for real. So that's the crazy thing. Imagine shooting enough content for 2 years.
Yeah.
That you can like enough content at once that you can put regular videos out for 2 years. 2 years.
Well, he would go like a month or two without it. Without like putting a video out, and then he comes out and he's lost like 300 pounds.
Dude, 250 pounds.
That's crazy, man. That's absolutely insane. And it's really cool to see somebody on the internet do something like that. That's not just immediately self-satisfaction. And like Boogie, for example, Boogie could never do that shit. Boogie could absolutely never lose a giant amount of weight on camera. It's never going to happen because he's just too self-serving and selfish. He would rather die than do it.
Here's my question. Do you think that he used Ozempic? Nikocado?
Oh, maybe. It's not people. I think South Park fucked with everybody with the Ozempic thing. If you already know how to diet and exercise, which he was fucking tiny and like super in shape way before his fat arc. If you know how to do it, it's actually not that hard to do it again. Like every year when I cut, it's the same shit every year. It's not.
Yeah. I'm not saying that you can't do it without it. Of course, you should be able to easily. I'm just wondering.
I'm saying normies think that. Like,
yeah.
Everybody on the internet thinks he had some kind of surgery. I'm like, no, he probably just dieted and exercised, dude.
But he could have. You never know. He could have done the gastric thing. He could have done something. Or he just dieted and exercised.
Yeah, but he does look much older now because it was that long.
Well, I don't know if it was that long or if that just tends to happen to people who are like very big and then lose weight. It has a tendency, you lose the fat in your face. So you have and skin, everything sort of hangs a little bit. So you have a tendency to look a bit older once you lose a large amount of weight. Like that's actually pretty normal.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty wild. Absolutely wild. I'm going to talk about that more and actually play his video, which is weird. But I mean, obviously it's an act. And I said this, people in the chat will probably remember. I said this years ago. I was like, man, I tell you what, he is definitely, it's an act. This is a big act. And I don't know what the point is other than, train wrecks are fun to watch. Right. And it's just really nice to see the act come full circle. And also it's still an act because when I play his video, he's obviously still playing some kind of weird character. But at least he's not 1,000 pounds. Dryless says he doesn't look healthy. He doesn't, but it's because when you lose a giant amount of weight like that, like, and also he shaved his head. And keep in mind, he was a vegan for years. That was his thing.
Oh, he was a vegan? I didn't know that.
Yeah, vegans always look like they're on death's door, no matter what.
That's what happened to Robert Downey Jr., I feel like. As soon as he went vegan, you started seeing him in public, and you're like, Jesus H. Christ, eat a freaking cheeseburger for the love of God.
Dude. It's absolutely insane. Speaking of insane, let me hit these super chats that people have been popping up. Slosher and all these crazy bastards throwing Red Boys before the show even started. Slosher with a ginormous Canadian Red Boy. Look at that man. Look at him. Slosher says, "No viewer, you two have great chemistry. You should make this a regular show and do it every Saturday." I like how Slosher does this before the show even started.
I love it.
Thank you, Slosher. We love
Hi,
you.
Slosher, new viewer. We love you. We hope you stick around.
Slosher's such a good boy. Look at him.
He is.
Thank you, Slosher. I appreciate you. First Red Boy already before we even started the damn show. There was also another one from Billy Hatcher. Billy Hatcher with $100 super chat, my beautiful boy. Thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it when I'm feeling like absolute dog shit. So I appreciate all the love, even on these days when I'm dying. So thank you. He says it's amazing that Nikocado did something we didn't do at all. I'm also driving to Bristol, which isn't going to be a long drive, 15 hours. Oh, God. I stopped caring about Dr. Disrespect once I saw the stuff about the messages that he had with the kids, so he lost our respect. Well, I'll explain it a little bit more what's going on with that.
He said she wasn't a minor, right?
It seems like it's kind of up in the air. That, by the way, thank you, Billy, for your Red Boy. I love you. We're already flying to Naked Snake so fast. Look at that. But basically, what's going on is he said on Twitter, he made a statement on Twitter because apparently this leak from an employee at Twitter named Cody something, Connors or something, said that Dr. Disrespect was banned for sexting and sending pictures to like minors and whatnot. And there was like an NDA involved. All these things were involved. And so Doc comes out yesterday, I think, and he put out a video and he was like, the only reason I said minor in the tweet was to stir up journalists. And he's implying there was never a minor involved. He's also said that there was never any inappropriate messages or sexting or pictures or anything. And the reason this can all be confirmed is because he sued Twitch and won. Like, and all these things. And now no one knows what to believe. I don't really know what to believe, to be honest. I still hold the fact that the one thing I hold on to is why would you ever want to talk to a minor for any reason at all, no matter what? That's the only thing that kind of like sticks with me.
That's exactly what I said too. It's funny. I was like, you know what? He just shouldn't have. I understand the sentiment of like, oh, he's interacting, and supposedly this other person was a streamer, and it was like stream advice or some shit, and like regular banter. But I just think, in the interest of protecting yourself from dumb stuff like this happening, even if there isn't anything inappropriate, and B, just you shouldn't. I get the idea. Like if a younger streamer reached out to me, back when I was streaming games and wasn't doing anything else, and was like, hey, how do I, and I feel like a part of me would want to answer and be like, yeah, just to try to help him out. But I think I just wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, I get the sentiment of wanting to do it if it's something like that, but still at the same time, it's just not a good idea. Like there's no, it's just not a good idea. Just don't do it for yourself. It doesn't matter if there's anything inappropriate going on or not. Just don't talk to anyone underage. I just think that's a good rule of thumb.
And I mean, I've had people jump in my DMs before. I made a video at one point talking about a very specific thing, and somebody, like, I would very commonly get minors messaging me on Instagram because it was a video that would kind of pertain to them. So basically, I made a video that this guy was trying to blackmail me with like nudes.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy messaged me like a year or 2, 3. It'd been a while now. That he had pictures of my penis or something, which he didn't, because no one has pictures of my penis.
That's
I mean, you might, but no one else does.
Don't tell anyone.
And he's like, I'm gonna show you all your penis unless you send me 10 grand. And I was like, go ahead and release them. Make sure you tag me on Twitter. It'd be hilarious.
Nice.
And he just kept like lowering what he wanted. He like wanted me to buy him a computer, and I literally told him to fuck off. And I made it kind of a comedy video, And that dude, so many people would message me about that video, so I turned the comments off. And because it was like every day I was getting 10 messages a day about this video.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the time it was minors. Because obviously, if you're a minor, like that would be the most devastating time for somebody to get your freaking nudes is if you're a minor and try to release them, right?
Yeah.
So, but I could never respond to these people because I know they're like, I'm 14, help, and I'm like, restrict account, nope, not talking to any of you. I used to like respond to people when I first released the video, and you know, if they're of age or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, here's what you should do. But then it got too much, and then obviously I'm not going to respond to minors at all. So, I just don't like them. I don't like them little shits. I don't like little kids. They're all bitches.
Well, and besides that, I don't have the type of content that I really want minors watching anyway. So if it's a minor tournament, just in general, like I can't control who watches my streams. It's up to parents to parent their children and be like, what the hell are you watching? This is not for you. Well. That being said, you know, I don't knowingly have any minors in my community. And if I did, I think I wouldn't be able, like, sorry, you can't be in the Discord. Like this is not the community for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird.
It's wild. It is absolutely wild. Thank you, Matthew Fortune, with a big old pink boy. Says it's been a while since I've been here, but I'm glad to see some familiar faces and new ones as well. Camelot doing really well, and I love seeing racing cars. Oh, by the way, all the ladies in the chat, daddy back. My Canadian brother is back, boys. I love you, dude. I remember, did I talk to you on Twitter the other day? I feel like I talked to you really recently. Now, granted, it could have been somebody else, but sometimes people message me and they're like, Camelot, I'm so sorry I haven't been in your stream in like 6 months. And I'm like, dude, it's fine. I'm just a streamer. You don't have to come. Don't worry about it. You got your own life to deal with. But I appreciate you, Matthew. I love you. Aww. Look at that. We're almost halfway to the old Camel Thoughts Zia goal for Naked Snake.
Wow.
Already.
Holy moly.
These people are crazy. It's like a damn red knot nearly. Thank you, Matthew. I love you. I appreciate you. Don't forget Dryless. And I see him. He's shaming the other mods. You ready? He says, how can you call yourself a mod if you don't have this 3? If money hurts, you shouldn't mod. Your family should be more important. I agree with that. If you don't have a 3 beside your name, you're a bitch. Just like Steph. She has a 12. See, Rob does. Rob's got a 3, but he's a true blue. Steph's not long enough.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow. My
Thank
God,
you, Dryless.
where's Steph to? God
what
damn.
A good man Dryless is. Dryless was there in the baby days when I didn't have forehead wrinkles. I couldn't really grow facial hair. And I played video games. That was when Dryless was. I had like 60 people watching, back in the day. Thank you, Dryless. I love you. I appreciate you. Yeah, now streams are wild. Sometimes streams are 1,000 people, and sometimes it's like 200 or 400. It's the weirdest shit. I don't know how it works in the algorithm anymore. My videos are going crazy, though. So fuck it. My videos have been crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on with videos lately. Thank you, Dryless. I love you. I love you, Dryless. Retro says, do you miss Eric from Fantavision? I don't know who that is. I know who Fanta is. I don't remember at all. I just remember Fanta. Obviously, I try to talk to Fanta like once a month, but shit happens. Thank you, Rob. Welcome back, Zia. Glad to see you're still rocking the stash. You're rocking the stash again. Well, kind of. I got a beard too. Thank you. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you, Rob. Hope to see you soon, Rob, in Toledo, Michigan, I think. Reese, the only day I can contribute to Naked Snake. Yo, Cody. Good seeing you 2 days in a row. See ya with a sexy ass self. Can't stay. Movies. Have fun. Love you, Reese. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Reese.
We love Reese.
Hi. Reese is the best.
He is. Ashley says, Chody and my girl on the same stream. Thank you, Ashley. Love you.
We love
Ashley's
her.
always posting thirst traps on Instagram or something.
I know. I like them all.
Yeah, when I get like tipsy, I have to like refrain. You know how I am.
Oh, I know.
You know how I am.
I love waking up to Cody's drunk text messages.
It's like 8 a.m. It's like, she just opens her phone. It's like, what that booty do?
Yeah.
Please respond.
and then he'll just message me later like, yeah, so anyway, I had to do this thing.
Yeah.
All normal as shit.
Thank you, Ashley. Matt Amos says, does it help if we call it mashed potatoes, Irish guacamole? Ooh.
Matt Amos, I like it. What would you dip Irish guacamole instead of a chip? What would you dip in that?
I don't do guac, bro. I do.
What? You don't do guacamole either, Cody?
No,
what is
green?
This?
Isn't it green?
Yeah, it's for avocado. Avocados are naturally also green.
Don't need no green here.
Oh,
Jonathan, thank
swear
you.
to God.
Not fat and not a 5Z. Thank you, John. I love you.
Thank you, Jonathan. I'm trying to lose weight, and I think I might be doing some body recomping because definitely things are happening. My body's changing, but my fucking weight isn't, and it's irritating the shit out of me because I'm still up like 8 pounds, and I'm just annoyed. I'm just getting really fucking annoyed.
Yeah, I'm closing in on 200 pounds as per usual.
Bullshit.
Yeah, and it's at the end of the year. You know, I always start closing in on 200, and then at the beginning of the year, a month or two in, I get back down to 170. So that's the goal again. My diet starts in almost 1 month from now.
You're so lucky as a guy, though, that you can just put on weight like that, and it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, dude, I just look like a thick ass man right now.
Yeah,
my belly looks terrible. It's like it looks like a belly, but like my arms and chest look more muscular. That's the thing that really sucks about cutting weight is at the end of my cut, my chest and my arms also take a huge hit. It sucks. God, I hate it. Like that, about 10 weeks in, I'll still have my gut, but my arms, shoulders, and chest will be smaller. And I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Well, I don't have to worry about that now. If you get the fake, when I lose weight, the boobies stay the same size. Yay!
Well, that's because they're synthetic, not real.
Yay!
Granted, if I could like get a synthetic like 8-inch penis, I'd do that all day, every day of the week.
If it was like a good job where it's like it looks real, it feels real, everything's good, you just go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was like indistinguishable and like I would have an 8-inch penis. I would go to the doctor right now and I'd set the appointment.
I like having boobs. Everything fits good again. Like it's nice. I put a shirt on and it's like, hell yeah, this shirt fits. It's great. Before I would get extra small shirts, and guess what? They were still too big sometimes. You know how frustrating that is? God damn.
Yeah, but you know how I am. I love slender chicks with
I know you like the little Mia too, like no boobies.
Yeah.
But you also love big muscly ladies. Like
I do.
Like jacked ladies.
I love it. I fucking love it, man. I love all women except for the fat ones.
No, fat bitches need love too. But they gotta pay.
I can't help it. I don't like the fat bitches. Like, and it's just too fat, right? There's actually women out there that probably weigh like 160, and they are like their fat deposits are God was like, hey man, I'm gonna make you kind of fat, but I'm gonna put the fat deposits in the best place possible.
Or body composition matters. 160 and they're just thick as hell because they've got the right amount of muscle to fat ratio and it just looks fucking good.
Fucking Wishbone over here.
Wishbone's like, I'm down.
Oh.
Hey, to each their own, man.
Nikocado, like avocado. I want to pull up this video where he's being a psycho.
Oh, he sounds like a serial killer.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the arrest and everything to finally happen. It's gonna
all the bodies in his basement.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Strauss says, Carrie, just eat and be yourself. I don't think Carrie can gain weight, dude. She's one of those girls that's just a stick.
Oh, so jealous. I'm so jealous.
I kind of am, but the issue is with me, or with men in general, if you have the stickly disease like men, like men that get them, they can't gain muscle either. And I really enjoy being able to get thick as hell muscle wise in like 4 months, you know, because at the end of every year, I'm like wearing a tank top and my arms are, and they're still veiny for whatever reason. And I'm like, this is great. And then but my belly sucks. Now I know a lot of skinny dudes that are the same, like they'll go to the gym 7 days a week and they'll eat 4,000 or 5,000 calories and they just are still kind of thin. And it like sucks.
How does that happen? That's what I want to know, because I would happily trade places with someone who has a hard time gaining weight and is like eating, 2,000-3,000 calories a day and working out and like just being.
Well, for women, all you have to do as a woman is just be thin. Like skinny, it's like skinny, stickly dudes, like women. Some women like them, but I do. A lot of women don't as well. So but a jacked ass dude, 99% of women across the board are gonna like it, even if they say they don't. I've literally hooked up with girls that were like, "Yeah, I love fat dudes," dad bod. I'm not getting into that fucking debate.
Yeah, I've heard about your dad bod debate.
But like I've been with women that are like, oh yeah, I prefer fat. And they, back when I was like 147 and I had like a 90 pack. And this is like in the early days of my almost religious cut period where I cut for 9 months. And girls would literally like rub my abs with their hands and be like making fucking noises and like rubbing my arms and my back and my like abs and shit.
But like 147,
as if they do that with their guts. They don't do that with guts.
Oh,
you grab guts, Zia, when they pound it. Give me that gut.
I've never been with anyone with a gut before.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, no, I don't like personally, fat is not my thing. Women, men, not into it.
Yeah. Where am I? Zach Whiteside, my one chat for the show. I'm a brokey, son. Thank you, Zach. Love you, dude. Appreciate. Hey, if you're a brokey, you ain't got to send me nothing, man. Just hang out with me a little bit. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm right there with you. Racing cleaned my ass out this year. It cleaned me out. I'm currently working on contract negotiations for next year, so I'm gonna put a clause in there for me to be paid a little bit, so I can like not get destroyed this year. God, it was great. A learning experience. That's one thing I enjoyed about this year was it was a big learning experience. I went into this year and I was like, I'll probably be all right. I might break even.
Oh no.
There was no breaking even this year. But I'm gonna make it work way better next year and actually be really beneficial to do it and not lose everything I own. Matthew Fauci says they're hypoglycemic. It's basically your metabolism is put in overdrive. You're born that way. So yeah. I used to think I wanted to be like that. When I got into fitness, I completely changed. I don't want to be like that anymore. I love being able to have giant arms and like I can bench press 405. I got 405 Tuesday on bench.
That's
for the first time in a year.
Impressive.
Yeah, dude. I was happy.
Wow.
Ask girl, like I was almost all the way up and the ask girl like just touched the bar with her hands and I screamed. I was like, don't fucking touch it. But I'll fucking fight you. Thank you, Matthew. Billy Hatcher says, glad to see you back. Are we still doing a goal at 500 or 1,000? We're almost at 500 already. So, I mean, we're only 20 minutes in. I think we should make it 1,000.
Oh, damn.
Just saying.
Oh,
just saying.
damn.
All you pay pigs, you should be ashamed. Thank you, Billy. All right. Let's pull up old Nikocado and listen to him be a psycho for a second. Because I enjoy it. There's a gnat in my room. I'm going to beat his ass. I'm going to beat his brakes off, dude. I'm sick of this motherfucker. There's a gnat flying around my face. All right, let's play this a little bit.
Having lost 250 pounds off of my body. Yet just yesterday, people were calling me fat and sick.
Hey, now, to be fair, he does look pretty sick. He looks kind of sick here. That everybody's saying he looks like he has cancer. Now, I will say, when you are a large person and you lose an ass ton of weight, you kind of look a little fucked up for a little while.
You do. It's weird. I've noticed that as well. It's like, oh, they look unhealthy.
Well, it's your facial muscles.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not very pronounced muscles, but when you have a lot more weight on your face, they are used a lot more. So when you lose all that weight, your face will be like larger. It's like in these areas right here, it'd be really big. It takes years for that shit to come off. Like visceral, weird fat and like our muscle. It's very strange. And also, loose skin. Like you look kind of like you're like a floppy, right?
Yeah, you can see the skin on his arms are like that as well.
Yeah. But that's pretty crazy. I don't know if he should have acted so. It's got 17 million views. Holy fuck.
You should, and Ashley has a good point. Show a before, maybe some before pictures of him for the people that don't know who he is. Because
I'll just go to a recent video.
Okay, yeah.
Video from 2 days ago.
Yeah, he was huge.
I'm gonna do my Walmart inventory.
Yeah. This says 7 months ago, but yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's see how much I weigh. It shouldn't be that much. I've been on a weight loss journey.
Is he gay or is that just an act?
Yeah.
To keep my woman-like figure. Let's see how much I weigh.
Look how big he is.
Here we go.
Hello. It's ready.
Be quiet, you toad.
Look, I know it's a character, but I always liked his stupid little character.
That just made me giggle.
But like the serious Nikocado is terrifying.
It is super creepy.
People are the most messed up creatures on the entire planet. And yet I've still managed to stay 2 steps ahead of everyone.
That right there, like what the fuck, man?
Look at him just staring.
The joke's on you.
He looks like a completely different person.
Yep.
And then he just went ahead and still did another mukbang, right?
Yep.
Mr. Noodle, you're...
Yeah. Well, so that was like the big clip that was all over. I can't believe that has 17 million views. That is freaking based.
That's
It's
wild.
good. I remember saying that. I actually commented on a video that I think it was that one guy that has an over the top like English accent. And it seems like all those weird channels that make the rise and the fall of this content creator, they all try to have that same accent. Like it's over the top English, and it's so terrible. It makes me want to die. But there was a video about him literally like 3 days ago, and I commented on it, and I was like, the only way for him to make a huge, crazy comeback is to just lose an ass ton of weight. You know what I'm saying? Like it would change the entire game. And
it did.
Like 3 days later, suddenly he had lost all the weight.
That he's been quietly doing for 2 years, where he's secretly been releasing all of these fucking videos that he banked. Like that's just such a crazy, like psychopath mastermind move.
Right. It is outrageous.
I honestly, good for him because this is healthy. And that's great. But I hope he doesn't, because if he's still going to keep doing the mukbang videos, which it kind of seems like that, I just worry that he's going to keep doing this, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what. And Sean said in the chat too, mukbang isn't the issue. You can do that and still be healthy with the proper discipline.
Sure.
I'm super curious how you do that though. Like how many calories are in a mukbang meal? And then how many days do you have to not eat anything after that? And how many videos are you making? Like how do you make the math work out? I don't know, man. Like that's tough.
Yeah. It's pretty insane. But hey, he made a fucking splash, and he's number 1 on trending, and he will be for a while.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty insane. What's up, Sean Smith? How you doing, dude? So yeah, it's been very interesting to see. Very, very
like
interesting to
Jesus see. On the 3rd day.
Like Jesus, he returns, and he has it's absolutely crazy, dude. But that's nothing, dude. So fucking everybody is shitting all over Dr. Disrespect. I think Nick Merckx went after him, and I don't necessarily disagree, but I'm trying to look at this situation with nuance. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to look at the situation with nuance, and it's very interesting. There's just so many different things happening all at once, and I feel like people are immediately just being like, "Oh, fuck him, he's a piece of shit," or vice versa. And I kind of enjoy watching all of this play out. Now, first things first, he admitted to on Twitter talking to a minor, and sometimes out of context, it could be seen as inappropriate. That's one thing. Okay. So that's the most, assuming that part is true, that is the most heinous thing he did so far.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Yeah. And I don't necessarily think it's fair that people are treating him or putting him in the exact same light that Chris Tyson was in. When Chris Tyson was doing it habitually all over the place and meeting up with these people. Right?
I think there's a big difference between a predator who's actively going after children legitimately, like Chris Hansen's situation, watching, CP, actual pedo, versus what he did. And again, I'm not condoning it because I do not think it was a good idea what he did, but I think you're right. I think that people are acting like he's out there trying to pick up 5-year-olds at the playground, Yeah.
And I think it's very interesting. And also he has a lot of ammo on his side, and the ammo is that he sued Twitch and won. So that's one of the biggest things
Yeah.
And a lot. So it's, again, why would you talk to a minor for any reason? And I was talking to a friend in real life about this yesterday, and they were like, what if they were setting up collabs or stuff like that, or just knew each other through a collab? That is a good point, right? So
yeah. That's what I want to see. Chat logs. That's what it is. I want to know what they were talking about, and not just little snippets out of context. I want to see the whole freaking thing, because if it's just they were like some banter and joking, but there was no sexting, there were no photos. I don't know, man. I don't know that he's being treated fairly, and I'm not condemning him where I'm like, oh my God, he's a giant piece of trash, but I'm also not like, well, he didn't do anything wrong, because I still think he kind of maybe crossed the line that shouldn't have.
Sure. And again, he's like 40. So.
He's 40. Yeah. Like, just do yourself a favor and don't talk to teenagers online.
I don't even like talking to girls that are in their early 20s, like, let alone fucking teens.
Oh God, yeah. I look at anyone, and this is different because that's coming from a girl's perspective, and I understand that. But I can't even find, like, in movies or anything, guys under 30 attractive. It weirds me out.
Well, yeah. Well, guys, that's a little. I don't think.
I realize it's a little bit different, but like, if a guy is 25, I'm like, oh, that's a kid, even though I know they're not. Well, but I
mean, yeah, I honestly think young guys are cringe too, and it's because they don't really like appear or look like men at all.
No, it's just weird. The whole thing is weird. And then you hear them talk, and that's the other thing too, right? The idea of talking to someone that's so much younger than you, like, that is, what are you talking about? Like, you guys didn't grow up in the same time at all. Unless they like a lot of really old stuff, it's going to be hard to have certain things in common.
Well, their frontal lobe's not developed yet, so
that as well.
they can't even fathom, much of anything unless it's right in front of them, and even then they have a hard time doing it. I was having this conversation yesterday where there are so many people. There's actually a lot of like full ass grown adults like this, but they can't fathom like other realities and like the expansion of the universe and size and all the mathematical probabilities that exist, what comes with that, and they just get blown away. Like, you'll be like, hey, they can only understand the number, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's all they can do.
Yeah.
They can only understand the number. So you'll be like, hey, did you know we don't even have a name for how many fucking planets there are, but did you know there's 65 blah blah blah, like all the way down the page, zeros amount of planets? People will be like, yeah, okay, I can accept that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fathom the size or accept the number, but you can accept the statement. And then you're like, all right, so given the fact that exists, that is what we know right now, there is a high likelihood that there are people out there with our same names having this exact same conversation right now somewhere out in the universe. That is how high that chance is from the sheer amount of shit that's out there. And
forget that. There's a lot of evidence leaning towards the fact that there are different dimensions as well.
Yeah.
Parallel dimensions where, yes, there are other us's doing the same or different things, living different lives.
That's like an entirely, that's even going further, but
yeah,
that's the most simplest thing you can think of is that given the amount of planets that exist, therefore there is there's a high probability of people with the name Cody somewhere out there having the same exact conversation on a stream out there on a different fucking planet, unfathomably distances away. And when you say things like this, when you say things like that, people immediately are like, no, I don't know. That's not possible. And I'm like, but you just agreed. You just agreed with the sheer amount of number like that is out there. And they're like, yeah. And you're like, okay, well, then this is true. And they're like, nope. And I'm like, oh, come on. It's like aliens this is what always brings me back to aliens. Given the amount of planets there are, there's not only a likely chance, there is it's almost impossible to say that there's not life out there.
No, there 100% is. Whether or not they found our planet is debatable, but it feels like there's more and more research more and more, I guess, information coming out that it's leading me to believe that either aliens have already been here for some time or they are here and have come here. So yeah, whether or not they've actually been here is debatable, but whether they exist or not, I have no doubt.
Well, that's insane. Yeah, because
Of course,
the probability is it's just way too high. It's like 99.1009% that there's a lot of life out there, intelligent life, even like a lot of it. It's probably there's probably billions of planets with intelligent life on them, given the number. And you can say that to people, and they're like, "I don't believe it." I'm like, "What do you mean you don't believe it?" And it's like, you understand there's this many planets, right? And they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Therefore, this has to be true." And they're like, "No," and I'm like, "This you can't believe it." And it's because they can't fathom. They can't even fathom the next part, right? They hear the amount of planets, but their brain only processes 12, right? Well, there's only 12, right? That's how that all works.
Right.
Very frustrating. It's very frustrating. So, but yeah, now put that body or that brain into like a 17-year-old kid. They're gonna even understand it less. I know adults that can't understand that shit, and they're like, a 17-year-old is gonna be like, "LOL on God, Riz, for real." And
I could not imagine what I could talk to a 17-year-old about.
Yeah. I think it would be fun as a woman, like a busty woman, to just like, what's the phrase? I would find like nerdy, like 20-year-old dudes and just like wreck their world. You know, like what's that movie with not Scarlett Johansson, it's the other one, Jennifer Lawrence, or she's hanging out with that nerdy skinny dude.
The recent one.
Yeah.
No Hard Feelings or something like that. Yeah. I like that movie. It was funny, actually.
I would do that shit. I would just destroy. I feel like that'd be funny. Just wreck these dudes. Just ruin their lives.
What would you do? How would you ruin their lives? Convo with skibbity silly brain. Yeah, like that shit. Like, what's a skibbity toilet? What the hell is that?
Oh my god, dude! I don't even want to think about that right now. I can't even fathom that shit.
I don't know.
I watched a YouTuber called Beard Meats Food. He eats 15,000 calorie meals and food challenges, and it's jacked. Well, that is because he purges. So,
I want to know, how do you figure that out? Because say 15,000 calories, what do you got to do to burn that so that you can eat regularly for the rest of the week?
You don't.
That's what trips me out. They have to, right?
Every single competitive eater that is actually really successful at competitive eating always has like an 8-pack, and it's because they purge.
Yeah.
You can't eat like 17 extra large pizzas and 4 liters of Coke and you have to purge after. You have to go to the fucking hospital.
Well, that's what trips me out too. Because do you remember that one show, 1,000 Ways to Die? It used to be on Spike TV back in the day.
Yeah.
And it would just list all the weird ways that, people have died. And I remember one of them was this model, and she was, obviously super skinny, but she would do the whole binge purge thing like most models do. One time she binged so much that her stomach ripped open and she died.
Oh my God.
And like that always sticks with me. I'm like, at some point, how does your stomach not split open and the contents spill out to the inside of the rest of your body?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man.
Bro, I ate like a lot of spaghetti the other night and I felt sick.
Yeah.
And it was literally like a kind of just a fat ass bowl. It wasn't even that much. Yeah. Posture. Karis, my boy, with another $100 super chat. We're now halfway to Naked Zia and Naked Snake. Thank you so much. Karo says, miss seeing you two on stream. Also, the doc is not super genius playing 4D chess with internet. He made some dumb choices, now claiming it was a secret backstory the whole time. He's not that clever. Timing just really worked out for him. Yeah. I don't necessarily disagree with you, Karis.
Yeah.
I hold the opinion that the things he did were not heinous enough for me to not be interested in to see how it plays out. Right. So if like the Chris Tyson guy, I was like, fuck that guy, remove him from society, like throw him in a prison, under the prison. I don't want to hear about him anymore. Right.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hear how this plays out. This is different because, he may or may not have talked to a 17-year-old. Like, yeah, that's shitty, whatever. But that's as far as it went. And now I would like to see more information. You know what I'm saying?
If it was one 17-year-old and there were no sexting, no photos, they never met up and were never going to meet up, then it's like, it's not great, but it's not horrible.
Yeah, yeah. I would just, you know, I'm not impressed by Doc at all.
No.
But I want to see how it plays out now because, you know, it's kind of a very interesting situation. Thank you, Karis. I love you, man. I appreciate you. Look at that. Look at that. Halfway already Naked Snake. All these juicy red boys on my face. Dryless, Karos, Billy Hatcher, and Slosher. One red boy from a red boy knot. I appreciate you guys. One orange boy from a rainbow knot. Look at that.
Oh,
Look
heck.
at all these bad boys.
Oh, heck.
Yeah. Anyways, so I do want to pull up this tweet from Nick Merckx. Every time I say Nick Merck's name, I have to really enunciate it because it feels like I'm about to say the N-word or something. I don't know why. Every time I see it, I'm like Nick Merckx. I don't know why. It's weird.
Now I get it.
Yeah. He says this retard, Dr. Disrespect, is married with children,
Wow.
pushing 40, admits to texting a minor inappropriately. His words, not mine. So I cut ties because obviously that's inexcusable. Now I'm a shit friend for not having his back. A bunch of brain rot morons on this app. Yeah. I think he's just frustrated because people are coming out and they're like, oh, he released a video and he cleared it all up and you're a bad friend. And I'm like, he didn't really clear up anything. It sounded like he was reading a legal document and he just read it off. Now, granted, let's assume all of it's true. Then maybe he has some ground to stand on. Again, we're back to, but he still messaged a minor at some point for some reason, you know? So that's kind of like where we're at now.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. And that's the other problem with Nick is what Nick Merck says is he is right about that. He's married with a family and pushing 40. Maybe don't message people on. I mean, look, this was years ago. And he had already cheated on his wife and clearly they worked really hard to restore their marriage and whatever. But so that has to suck to come up now. But yeah. It sounds more like he shouldn't have been doing it. Like it really just keeps coming back to that. It's like just don't message teenagers.
That's why I just the only people I message are like 30s and 40s and 50s-year-old women.
Smart man.
Yeah, that's like you're like 39. I message you almost every day.
Stop telling people how old I am, Cody. God,
I love old women. Something about them. But they're also like they're like a little bit too intuitive and smart. You know,
they see too much. Is that what it is?
Yeah, they just see too much. I'm like, what's up, girl? And they're like, look, I know what you're doing. I'm like, fuck. Damn. But then they still respond. It's like they're hyper aware, but they're into it. Look, I'm not into what you're doing. And I'm like, okay, but they're like, but anyways, what's up? And I'm like, oh, okay. So they just want to let you know that they know, okay, that you're swindling, but they're kind of okay with it.
They're like, I know what you're doing, but I don't like it.
I know what you're doing, but look, it's been a while. Come on, you know. So, what do you? Jay Sledge says not the 40-year-old woman I know. She's just crazy. You only know one 40-year-old woman, dude. I know all of them.
all of the 40-year-old women.
I know every single one of these bitches. They're crazy as hell. By the way, Halls and Kid let me know that somebody released a video, and it's just, of course, I somehow always end up making an appearance somewhere with this stupid shit. Every single time. Do you see that shit?
What is this?
That's my goofy video from years ago.
Pops up on the side. I love that one's still 2.4 million views. Let's keep that going. Let's keep it alive forever.
I goofed. I never knew this bullshit would it would pop up once a month. Even the Abba and Preach made a video about it recently. And I'm like, God, y'all, stop making videos about my shit.
I love it.
I'm over that, okay? I was sad that day. I'm not sad today. Okay. That was a long time ago. All right. So still get comments on it. And people are all generally positive. I think like 99% are positive. You know. So put the link in the description. No.
Yeah.
No. Look at that baby face. Look, I just shaved. Okay. I still look like that. I just have a beard all the time now because I'm so tired and bored. Just tired and bored, man. I can't do it anymore. I can't keep shaving every day. I might though eventually. When I lose my weight, I'm thinking about when I'm on my cut diet, not shaving at all.
Just growing a big old beard.
And then
until you finish cutting?
Yeah. And then shave it.
Hell yeah.
And then just have abs and a clean face. So that's my goal. When are you going on your diet?
I've been on it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm still no, it's okay. No, it's okay. I've been on it. I'm just frustrated because I have not like I said, I think I've done body recomp. It's been a month since I've taken my first like progress photos.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take more. I've just been trying to get back into lifting real heavy, getting my RDLs up to 140. I want to try to get my hip thrust back up to 220. Shoulder presses, like a bunch of shit that I'm slowly getting my weight back up there. So I'm trying to just focus on that right now because you build muscle, you burn fat. And so that's just, I'm doing that and making sure my protein is on point. So that's pretty much all I've been paying attention to.
That's kind of me. I need to get my protein on point. I mean, I'm still taking in well over 100 grams a day, but I will like get home from the gym and I'll go upstairs and sit on my computer for an hour and I'm like, oop, fuck, didn't take protein. So, oops. And I have like 4 cases of Fairlife protein in my pantry because Costco had them on sale. So I bought 1 billion of them.
Yeah, you got to just grab it. You just grab a protein freaking thing and just in between each meal.
Oh, the Fairlife protein tastes like melted ice cream. It's the greatest shit in the world.
Those are the Core Power Elite or whatever they are.
They're just called Fairlife. I don't have one. I would show you, but I don't have one. But very important in the chat. Where'd it go? Oh, it's on Rumble. Winky Wanky Woo said I'd burn her fat.
Thanks, Winky Wanky Woo. Appreciate it.
Yeah. He said make her ass smoke. God, that's one cool thing about being a chick, man. God, I wish I was a woman just so I'd see chat say shit like that. Bro, I'd wear your ass out, make you smoke. I'm like, oh fuck, holy shit!
Oh, thank you. Well, I got that.
No one ever says that to me, right?
I don't know.
Lisa Kenyon, by the way, with the rainbow knot. It's an orange boy. It's official rainbow knot, and we're officially halfway to Naked Snake and Naked Zia. It says, hi, Cody and Zia. Is it a rainbow knot yet? It sure is, baby. Now it is. What's up? Thank you, Lisa. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Lisa Kenyon coming in strong every damn stream, by the way. Thank you, baby. Wow. I really appreciate your support and everybody's support today. You guys are awesome. Hey, Fairlife is the shit, bro. It's so good. Oh my god, they're so good. No, so I changed my Twitter to have a rainbow flag in it, right?
Nice.
So it says CamelCast official rainbow flag.
Yeah,
and it's because I'm officially an openly gay NASCAR driver.
Nice.
It's on Wikipedia. Don't ask me why. No shit. Somebody sent me this link. They sent me a link to Wikipedia, and it was like openly gay, like race car driver. And
I want to know who made that edit.
I like scrolled down, and lo and behold, my fucking name right there. And if you click it, it goes to my fucking Wikipedia. I'm like, these motherfuckers got my ass. They got me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gay, and I just put a rainbow flag in, and I shit you not. I put a rainbow flag in my, and I love me a good looking man, so I can't really say I'm not. But I put that shit up, and within a day within 1 day, I had 3 DMs from dudes being like, "Punish me, daddy, please." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
I still remember that one show because you're saying like you don't have people say that about you in chat. No, you absolutely have people say that about you because you showed me pages and pages and pages of gay dudes thirsting over you and hoping that you would drop nudes.
That was, and it's funny because every time I would share any kind of picture, it was posted on that forum.
So funny.
There was a forum that was literally dedicated to seeing my balls. It was a different time back then.
When can we see Cody's balls?
Punish me, please. Like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, why are gay dudes so confident? They're crazy. Like, I've never just jumped in like a female's like DMs I've never met and been like, punish me, baby.
Because gay dudes are at the heart of it, they're dudes. And so there's there's no one to say no to them. So they're both just like, yeah, you're down, I'm down, let's go. Like, this is a real thing. I lived in LA for years and had a lot of gay friends and coworkers, and I have heard some stories. I'm talking like two of my managers once were gay, and they would be in the back office sucking each other off sometimes. Like,
oh my god,
yeah, they told me this, and I was like, okay. And then another one that I worked with told me about like going to the gym and stuff, and how they would just know by looking at each other. Like, they would give each other a look, and they'd be in the shower banging in the freaking gym bathroom. Like, that's how gay dudes are.
It's not fair. Like, I just wish I was just like hyper gay.
If you were hyper gay, you'd be having sex with everyone all
It'd
of
be
the time.
so fun. Like, you could just like be bros and be like, hey bro, you down? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, let's go in the shower. That sounds great. Chicks never do that.
No.
And when you find a chick like that, you want to marry him immediately.
But then it takes away.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
it
that's
fucking
the
cancels it
problem.
out. You can't do it now.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably a little bit more open on the other end. But no, balls or no balls, always balls. Shadefire. Yeah, there's never girls out there where you can look at them and you just met them and you're like, hey, you like down? And they're like, okay. I've met like one or two ever where they're like, yeah, whatever, fucking dude, let's go.
Yep, it's not a normal thing.
Damn, why can't women be more cool? It's all about the gay dude. Oh my god. Look at
See, Cardi, this is what you wanted, and now you
Damn
get
it, man. And I spread you. Oh my gosh, that's funny. It's one of my real life friends.
Oh,
He worked with me at GameStop for years.
I like his Bulbasaur.
I'm pretty sure I've told the story on stream about 6,000 times. But I had this guy I used to work with that was Mexican, and we would walk around just like with a Hispanic accent at each other, and I'm like a white guy, right? So we're just like back and forth. Jace, it is the best. Like it just all day. Let's like going back and forth. It's weird. It's like, did you alphabetize the wall? Did you make it look the best?
Is that why you're obsessed with Spanish culture?
No, but I do love Spanish culture.
I
but
know.
No, like I think it's the most laid back and wholesome culture on earth, easily. Everybody's just sitting there. They got their sombreros on.
They're chilling, drinking Dos Equis.
Yeah, dude, shooting back the fucking tequila, the gold agave. And they're just cool, man. And you could walk up. I could walk up to a Mexican dude in Mexico right now with a fake mustache on and a sombrero and a fucking a cloak thing, and I'd be like, "Hey, I say," and they'd be like, "Hey," and then we would drink, and he'd be like, "You look great." I'd be like, "Thank you." I'm like the most like racist looking thing on ever, and they'd be like, "I love how you look." I'm like, "Thank you so much."
I'm sure that's exactly how it would go.
No one here wears ponchos, but I love your poncho. I'm like, thank you. And I could even talk like that, and he wouldn't even care. Be like, Jace. I'd be like, Jace. I'm like, yes. See, it is the only word I know. See. Thank you, Asha. I appreciate you. Yeah, dude. God, I love it. And that was like the one thing in life I always wanted and never really got. I would love to meet a tiny little Hispanic girl that's just fucking just tight as hell looking and just that is in that culture. But they are always psycho.
I've heard that before.
They're so wholesome and cute, and you're like, oh, you kiss them on the forehead, and they're like, oh, Dios mío. And you're like, they're just the greatest thing ever. And you're like, yeah, I've hooked up with a couple Hispanic chicks. But they find out that, you're still on Tinder? I'm like, yeah, what the fuck do you mean? I met you yesterday. And then they like send their cousins over to beat the shit out of you. And I'm like, this is lame,
I've heard that before, that they're like crazy jealous and like insane about it, which is interesting. It's obviously it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
It's just so funny.
Have the white girl the white girl security, but look Hispanic and also have Hispanic like family. So I can come over and they're like, hey, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? There's fucking good food everywhere.
Mexican food is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, dude.
God, I love it.
Ever.
I could really go for like a chili relleno right now with some rice and beans.
Oh,
lots of cheese.
Jace, Sean says Cody wants to smash Penelope Cruz. Jace. Yeah, I would do it now. And she's like 50 something.
See, Penelope Cruz never did it for me. There's some better face that's wonky and it's weird, but Salma Hayek.
Mannerisms. Well, yeah. That's the agreed upon. Everybody agrees.
It's ridiculous how attractive she is.
Oh, she's great. Yeah, but Penelope Cruz has some. She's got that. She got personality about her. I really like.
Yeah, I can see how she would be attractive because of the way she is.
Yeah, and I like her face. She has mannerisms that are strange, and I like it.
I get that. I always tend to like if there's someone in a show or something that I find attractive, it's always a guy that is a little bit weird and like quirky. That tends to be my type. I like a weird quirky. Like, have you ever seen the show Shadow and Bone?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I like that show. But anyway, there's this one character in the show that I always thought was like really good looking. And he has kind of an interesting face, and I just like that.
Shadow and Bone. Enrique Vasquez says, "You know, señor. Oh, it is. It is. We are like that." Yeah, dude. Like that. They were the people that white women moved on. So like white women moved on from like black people and like and they went to Hispanics and they're like, oh, you guys have to say Latinx now because it's offensive to you. If you
and I don't think any Latin like, person was like, yeah, we agree. They were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, they were like, no, our language is masculine, and like they have you know, different, they have like senora and senor, and like they have like there's things you have to do in the language. It's like that literally fucks up our entire language, and also we don't care. We're totally cool with just being us. Thank you. You don't have to fix us white ladies.
The white ladies got to fix everyone, apparently. I don't know what the fuck their problem is, but it's ruining everything.
Yeah, white women are the worst. God, I hate that they had to look so good, you know?
Yeah, some of them do. Some of them just look super generic, though.
That's true, but like they're easily the superior looking. You know, I think
just talking about Hispanic ladies being the superior.
No, well, no, I was gonna say, yeah, I said it's really close with Hispanic women. Like,
what about Asian women? How do you feel about Asian women?
No.
No, really?
No.
Interesting.
No. Thank you, McSteller, by the way. It says our favorite racing homo Russian. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys noticed this, but yeah, so Tenet Media was accused of taking Russian money from the Russian government. And Tenet Media is like this big umbrella company, and like Tim Pool is loosely related to it. Now everybody's calling me a Russian fucking propagandist, and I'm like, what the hell? I just drive a car in circles, man. Like, what the hell? They like include me in this shit.
I'm just glad everybody is looking at you and not Svetlana. I mean, what? Svetlana is not a Russian spy. She's not sent here for.
You look like you could easily. Yes. You have a Russian kind of face. Like
everyone tells me I look Russian. When I was living in LA, everybody would ask if I was Russian. It was really hilarious, actually. But I am on my dad's side. Tons of Eastern European, like former Yugoslavia area. I don't exactly know where, but super fucking Eastern European on that side.
Yeah. I still have a hard time believing your mom's your mom.
I swear to God, I came
out of her. Is there like a video of you coming out of her?
There's a picture of the day that I was born of my dad standing next to my mom in the hospital. And I came out super fucking white. And it's funny because when I was I call him Bampa because I couldn't say grandpa at the time, but my grandpa Terry, he is Filipino, and he's like super, super dark Filipino. And when I was first born, he thought there was something wrong with me because you could see all my veins like in my chest and stuff. And my grandma had to be like, no, that's just how white babies look. He was like, is she dying?
That's wild. Yeah, I was just fat baby.
Fat ass little white baby.
Yeah. Why did Bert Kreischer posting pictures of him bawling?
Oh, because he took his daughter off to college.
But like, why post that picture?
I don't know.
That's fucking crazy looking.
I don't know.
He's like a mid hysterical breakdown. Oh, like what the fuck?
He's pulling the you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, fucking Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith. He's pulling the Kevin Smith.
Real men cry. It's like, yes, but like, can we not do it like in mid hysterical cry? Like. I'm
here for it. I'm here for it. Post men crying. I feel like men need to be able to show their feelings more.
Disagrees.
In society, we got to stop.
It's not society. Bullshit. It's biology, Zia. Don't act like you don't know.
I disagree. I think it's bullshit.
I know you are a desert when a dude starts sobbing.
Nope. I have zero problems with it.
No, I'm sure you do consciously. I'm saying subconsciously.
No.
You wouldn't know it's subconscious, Zia. You wouldn't know.
But if it's subconscious, then it would be like an issue for me sexually, but it's not. Or it hasn't been. It is. You know what I mean?
Bet it is.
And what way?
You haven't even seen that video of me crying, have you?
Yes, I have.
No, you liar.
Of course I have.
The point is that as a man, for a man to cry, it needs to be stoic and it needs to mean something. That's the difference. So in my video, like I get choked up and I stop talking and I try to gather myself and I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like when you are hysterically sobbing like a psycho and then you just take a picture, that's different. It's weird and calculated and creepy. Like
Fair
if
enough.
A guy's crying over, I'm stressed out, I'm having a bad day, and you start bawling like hysterically, that's fucking psycho. You need to rein that shit in. What happens when somebody breaks in, Zia? You just start crying? No, you gotta get up and get your fucking shotgun and fucking take your shirt off with your abs out and start fucking shooting bitches. You don't have time to start crying.
I don't think that has anything to do with being a man. Is I don't think it means
there was a
you
video.
just have
of
to
that
start
one guy.
crying.
It was like a video of that one guy. I don't even remember who it is. I can't even name him off the top of my head. But and he like somebody was like beating on his door, and he was like fucking sobbing and like standing at the door and like sobbing. I'm like, what are you doing? Somebody starts beating on my door, I'm going immediately to my bed and I'm fucking chambering my 12 gauge and I'm gonna stand at the door. I'm like, motherfucker, you need to turn around. If you come across the threshold, I'm blowing you in fucking half. And I wouldn't be like, oh, what are you doing? Stop. Ah. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I feel like
What
that's
are you
just
doing?
a difference in people. That's not what I'm talking about. I feel like men should be able to and need to be able to show emotion. I'm not talking about just like crying at like anything and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
women
but
can do that for sure.
I don't think women should do that either, though.
They shouldn't, but they can.
I guess. I still think it looks kind of shitty if women do that too, where it's like, Jesus Christ, you're crying again.
There's
Fucking
also
A.
there's
Get your shit
biology
together.
there. There's biology there, Zia. So if you're a big ass giant man with a giant beard and there's a girl and you know she's like and she's in tears, there's a weird biological tick there where you want to wreck them.
Okay, but do you think
That's weird?
But do you think that would be, you wouldn't at some point get annoyed if you were with a girl that cried about everything all the time?
Yes.
Like, no matter what, that's going to get annoying.
Yes.
I feel like we need to be able to, there's a balance, right? Just like with everything, you don't want one extreme or the other. You don't want someone that's crying all the time. There's a balance. You need people as adults, and I feel like this is something we do not learn at any point in our lives. Not some people do, obviously, but it's not something that's really taught or talked about, is emotional regulation. We need to learn how to regulate our emotions, because you can't just go around letting your emotions explode out of you. But some people do, and those are the idiots you see getting into fights everywhere they fucking go, because anger is an emotion. Or you know, girls that are constantly breaking down and crying all the time. Like, you need to be able to regulate your emotions, but that's not to say that you shouldn't have emotions, and there aren't times when it's appropriate to cry for a man or a woman. That's my point.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's a balancing act. There is some weirdness with like the biology attached. Just like, why do men want to, like, why do they get sexually charged when a woman's like crying hysterically? It's fucking weird. And then like on the opposite end, why do women lose respect for a man if they're sobbing? It's like this weird like biological thing. And obviously not everybody's like that, like you said, but there is a giant portion of people. Like there's a giant Reddit thread of just different posts of women saying they can't be around, like they can't look at their husband anymore because their husband like sobbed over something.
See, I hate that though. And that's the reason why suicide rates among men are so much higher. And I think that that's trash.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. As far as anger goes, I've never understood that. I don't get angry unless I'm in a race car. I get angry in a race car when some bullshit happens. I get furious. It's why I have not posted any of the radio footage. Like, I have all the radio recordings of my racing. Like we have radios, obviously. And I have all the recordings, and I just can't post them because I freak the fuck out. Like, somebody blocks me, I'm screaming like a motherfucker on the radio. Like a motherfucker.
Oh, wow.
So, I'm like, can't never release that.
What, F words and N words dropped left, right,
No.
and center?
No.
Okay, just checking.
That would be insane. No, I mean, the F word all the time. Like fuck.
Oh, that F word. Yeah.
There's no slurs happening. I don't when I get angry, my mind doesn't think of slur.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's just scream. Speaking of scream, Karis, thank you, buddy, for your $100 super chat. Dralis, thank you, I love you. Billy Hatcher, I love you. Slosher, I love you. Matthew Fauchen, I love you. Look at all these beautiful people, and Lisa Kenyon, the lone orange boy. We are a little over halfway to Naked Snake. For all those red boys, I love you, and I appreciate you guys are goated. Goated. Yeah, so that's one thing, Satellite Chat. When I was wrecked at Iowa, I wasn't even mad. You know, it's when you're like, something's happening in your control. When somebody smashes you, you can't really fucking be mad. It's over, right? It's already over. It's not, I just literally like hit the wall real hard, and I came on the radio and I was like, well, He killed me. Like, that's all I said. So it's very, very weird, man. Very, very weird. Belches, tears. So he's about to-
Well, the fact that that's attractive to anyone is incredible.
What,
Blow me
belches?
away.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
Oh, dude, there's a burp compilation that someone made of me on a freaking YouTube channel that has like 25,000 views or something on it,
What
which
the
is like
fuck?
not a lot, but it's still kind of a lot of just me burping on my streams over the. And I've had people that have asked me for belch content on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen all kinds of shit like that. I've seen. I mean, there's some dudes that are into scat shit,
True.
and I'll never understand that either.
Not my thing. There's also some people that are into puking. Like, it's just weird. It's I don't know. It's a strange one. I gotta pee.
Yeah.
I'll be back in like just a second.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. I'm worn out, guys. I'm actually kind of having an all right time though. I gotta be completely transparent with y'all. I was dying when I got up this morning. Dying. So it was rough. It was fucking rough. I had like this weird. Okay, so I don't like get anxiety ever, but I like legitimately had this weird anxiety thing this morning, and it felt like I was like electric, and I couldn't get out of bed, and I was like, "This is awful." So I drank some like chamomile. I think I don't remember to try to like chill out and like laid in the shower and let the water hit me. It felt exactly like when you take too much pre-workout. I don't know if any of you know about that. But if I take like 2.5 scoops, like fat scoops of pre-workout, I feel the exact same way. And I was like, this is awful. And then I finally got like 4 p.m. came and I was like, oh, yeah, we're good. We're good. Chamomile. What is it called? McSteller? Chamomile. Look, dude, I don't drink tea. Okay. I'm a male. I'm a large man. I don't drink tea. It tastes like leaf juice. Okay. All right. But yeah, I feel good. What's up, Rakin? How you doing, buddy? I feel like that almost every day. The doctors are trying to figure that out. Really, sad. That sucks. Whew. That sucks. God. That would be awful, man. Yeah, it just was not fun. It was not fun. Did not like it. Oh my God. Everyone, I can't even search this stuff up anymore. You ever try to like search for something on Google and it will not give you what you want? It gives you something else. Anyways. I'm gonna read some of these when she gets back. Oh, she's fucking dancing right now. She doesn't even care about us. Doesn't even care that we're on the stream. She's just dancing. What's up with a Z Cooper? How you doing, dude? I get anxiety when I need to get ready to leave for work, and also if I'm stressed. See, that's the weird thing. I don't. It's never happened to me. Today was like the first time. Now, granted, I drank a lot of whiskey last night, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but it's okay. It's okay. So, here we go. Oh, Gregory Lieber says chamomile, although chamomile is the most southern. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Chamomile? Oh, yeah, I say chamomile.
Right.
Chamomile tea.
Chamomile.
Chamomile.
So right here, this person says, why do I feel disgusted when I see a man being emotional or crying? So this person says right here, there could be a lot of reasons why you have this response, but I'm sort of, I'm to have the one to, sorry to be the one to have to tell you that none of them are indicative of anything positive or healthy, either about you or as a person or relationship. Sorry, just calling it like it is. I guess anyone who understands healthy. God, this person's typing is blowing my mind.
Yeah, sometimes I do that where I read something and I'm like, how the fuck do you communicate with anyone?
If my male partner cries in front of me, I respond with empathy, not disgust. See, this, and nor do I see him as weak. This is not the issue. See, a lot of people take this and run with it, and like, I'm a good person. I don't do that. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with being a good or a bad person. How you feel subconsciously is how you fucking feel. And you can't you can't be like, well, I'm a good person, so I don't feel that subconsciously. Like, motherfucker, if you feel a thing, you feel a thing. Okay.
I understand what you're saying. It's not how you feel doesn't what's the word I'm looking for? God, my brain is retarded. Doesn't dictate whether or not you're a good or a bad person. It's the decisions you make, right? The choices that you make.
Yeah, and everybody on this thread is like, you need to broaden your idea of masculinity. It's like, it's not a learned thing, dude. Like, there are women out there that don't find it gross, and there are women that do. It's not a learned thing. I'm sorry.
I guess I don't know. I just don't really understand it. For me, it makes me feel closer to the other person. And I do respond with empathy, and I've never felt grossed out. So it's hard for me to understand that feeling because I just don't get it. It's like you said, it's different if it was all the time, then that's it. But that would annoy me if I was a lesbian in a relationship with a woman. I'd be like, Jesus Christ, you're crying again. You know, but if it's for a legitimate reason and there are real emotions there and it's something that we need to like talk and connect about, like that's how I feel about it personally. Yeah. So that's why it weirds me out that people are disgusted by it. It's just a trip. That's all. It's
if you look at the responses of all these responses are all like saying you're a victim of toxic masculinity, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, this is biological. This goes way deeper. When you see like, I can speak from it with zero knowledge. Like, a man that can't keep his emotions in check, how do you expect him to support your emotions? And how do you expect him to support the stability of life and protect you? That would be the first thing my mind would go to. If you see somebody breaking down and they can't handle what like they're going through at the moment, how the fuck are they supposed to support you when you are? Because women will be in that mode way more than men ever should be. And it's hard for me to speak to. I've never like sobbed over something that wasn't like didn't warrant it, right? Like, I cried at my brother's funeral. Right. And it wasn't sobbing like a little monster. It was me just standing there with like tears rolling down my face, you know? But if you're like, I just had a bad day at work and I'm really stressed out, and you start bawling and you're a guy like that, I don't see how somebody could not be like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You know what I'm saying?
See, to me, that would indicate a larger problem. It's not just that you had a bad day at work. It's that there's something deeper going on there. And the bad day at work is just sort of the thing that broke the straw that broke the camel's back. That's typically how I look at it. Same thing with women. Like I would have days when I used to wait tables that, God, I fucking hated doing that so much, where you would get a really nasty table or a day where it was just really bad, or you got stiffed a bunch or whatever the fuck it was. And there were times when I'd go back into the bathroom and cry for 2 minutes, and then you just fucking wipe that shit off and come back out like nothing ever happened, right? Yeah. But that was usually because it was bad day after bad day after bad day, and it just hits you on that one fucking bad day, and you're just like, dude, seriously?
Yeah.
But if it was, even as, like I said, as a woman, if you're coming home and crying over a bad day at work every time you have a bad day at work, something else is going on there, or you need to learn emotional regulation.
Yeah, and it's so hard to find information about this online and why this exists, because every single woman that's responding is trying to prove that they are morally like just and correct. Like, every single response is, I absolutely adore when men cry and their men need to shit. And I'm like, fucking 90% of these people are lying so they can get upvotes or get approval of their peers. Every now and then you'll see a real one. And when a real one comes out and says it, everybody agrees with it because they're like, oh shit, I can say it now. There was quite literally a thread about this I read a year ago, and this person was like, I can't look at my boyfriend or husband the same anymore because they cry. I encouraged them to open up because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And then they sobbed over nothing. And now I can't even look at them anymore. And like, they were like, how do I fix this? I'm in therapy right now to try to fix this, but like it ruined everything. And every fucking comment was agreeing with it. It's like, yeah, my husband, yeah, every single one of them. But if you go to a thread where somebody is like, is it wrong to like feel disgusted over a man crying? Every single person's calling this person an evil person. And I'm like, oh my God, none of you're all lying. It's a visceral biological response. It just has to be. Like, it has to be true most of the times to be general. There's a reason why men don't cry all the time. Right. And keep in mind, this conversation is based around a man that's crying over nonsense all the time, not somebody that's crying in general. Okay?
Yeah, that's a different thing though. If it's someone crying over nonsense all the time. Yeah, that's a totally different thing, as opposed to someone who's crying over a real, like if I've heard my maybe it's different, maybe because when my mom died, I was 5, and what woke me up was my father fucking howling and sobbing. Like that's what woke me up to the fucking news that my mom had died. On the neighbors heard my dad crying. He was on the porch in actual hysterics. And it was one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever heard in my fucking life. And then the same thing happened to me. And so that, and my dad is, you know, a big fucking bodybuilder dude. I've never looked at my father differently because of that. And I don't know if it's because my dad's a very tough man. Like he's literally has been hit in the head with a torque wrench and survived. He has a dent in his head like this. He's been in more fights than I can even fucking count. Like he's, you know, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the way he reacted that night. And maybe because I grew up, that was like my first experience with a man crying, and it made perfect fucking sense to me that, like, if, you know, for example, if someone super close to my husband passed away and he was sobbing, I would not look at him any differently. Yeah. If that makes sense.
And that's my point, right? So it would be far and few in between. Like if my mom passed away, I would be hysterical. Now I wouldn't be on camera, but I would be hysterical. And like, I would actively try to not be around people so they wouldn't see me like that, because I'd be losing my shit. I wouldn't even, it'd be almost possible for me to go to a funeral. I don't know how people do that.
No, dude, touching my mom's dead body was fucked. I still remember that moment so much, because this is this person that you love so much, and you touch their body and it's cold and it's hard, and you suddenly realize like that's not the person anymore. It's a fucking weird, horrible realization.
Yeah.
Funerals are awful.
That's the thing, is I don't think, and I think most people wouldn't blame you. It's the issue is when you start crying over fucking nothing. That's why if you're with a guy and he's like a little bit metrosexual, I feel like it's a double-edged sword when women encourage them. They encourage them to, just open up. And then they open up about some bullshit trauma and start crying over some bullshit. And then it fucks everything up. It's different when like there are reasons, right? Like my issue is like, I'm stressed out, and then you start crying because you're just generally stressed out. That's fucking insane to me. What are you doing? I mean, maybe you can do that. I remember when I was at work, and it was like December 28th, 2016, maybe, I don't remember. And my ex-wife had just left. Like she left the house forever. And it was such a quick thing. It was fucking crazy. And we'd been together my entire adult life. And I was a teenager when I met her. So, like, I was just working, and I was not having a good time, but I'm really good at fucking putting a smile on and just be like, "What? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to GameStop." So I'm like working, and there's a line of people like wrapped around the store because it's December 28th.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And it was like the return period.
The returns and
and gift cards and shit. And I remember like how I was not feeling good, and I was feeling bad. And I was like, "Hey, I'll be right back." And I went to like my office and like just fucking power cried, and then got up and walked back, and like nothing ever happened. Yeah. Like alone. Like it was like the worst period. There was like a week period, like a 7-day period of my life that was upside down fucking crazy. And it was right there. And it was awful.
Well, sometimes you have to get those emotions out too. Like I honestly think crying is actually really fucking good for you. There's a reason that we do it.
Yeah. Now see, it's different though, because if I watch like Interstellar, I lose my shit.
Yeah, you always tell me that. You say Interstellar. Interstellar made me cry too. But it did make me lose my shit.
It fucks me up, man. It kills me every time, dude.
Like really trying to think of a movie that messes me up, but I can't.
All of them. All of them.
I can't. There's not.
I watch
like
anything anymore. Fuck, what was I watching recently? I was watching 11/22/63.
What's that?
It's a mini series, like a TV show. It's like 8 episodes.
Okay.
And it's about a guy that like goes back in time to try to stop the JFK assassination. This all happens in the first 30 seconds of the show, so I'm not spoiling anything. And there's just a point at the very end, and it's just like a kind of like a reveal, and it like fucked me up. I was like, oh shit, oh god, I gotta look down for a minute and drink my water. Oh shit.
Nothing to see here, nothing to see here.
Yeah, it's very stoic. I'm good at it. I don't get trembly and like, whoa, like I'll just be like, one tear will go down and I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. That's how I like react to movies. So Anjali, Says absolute facts, Cam. Some women don't want to have to emotionally support a man the way that a man supports that woman. It's selfish and can be manipulative. And some women don't want to be called out over the double standard. Thank you, Anjali. I love you. I appreciate you for your orange boy closing us into that naked snake. I love you. Thank you so much, baby. Raygun Knight says many women have to outwardly show how empathetic they are. As long as they get them likes on social media, it's all good. All good, baby. Thank you, Raygun. I love you, baby. Eric Allen with an orange boy says, I got teary talking about my new freshman in college daughter with her mother because it was important, not normal, like ever. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I agree. Eric Allen, I love you. I appreciate you. I don't have that perspective because I don't have a kid in college. But I could see it, right? I could see it for sure. Thank you, Eric. I love you. Appreciate it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't get teary, but sometimes I have like this, I have this fantasy in my head when I'm like driving or something, you know, of racing at Daytona. And when you race at Daytona and Talladega, in like a NASCAR thing, it's different. So if you have an up to scuff engine and a decent rear end gear in your car, like almost any car on the racetrack within reason, like has a shot at winning that race, because of the restrictor plate racing and drafting. And I get these like fantasy like scenarios I build in my head to where like somehow I luck into fucking winning one of these races. And I'm like, and I always think about like what I'm going to say, like what would I say on TV if that happens? And it's just something you play over and over in your head. And like I always get like a little fucked up when I like think about what I'm going to say about my dad, like every time. And I'm just driving, like just like driving down the road to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't get teary though. I just get like a little like fucked up. I get in that headspace, you know, I get in the headspace where I could. If I kept going with this, I could definitely get fucked up. You know,
emotions are normal. They're normal. Like we all experience them, you know, on a regular basis, on a day-to-day basis. It's not anything to be ashamed. It's not. It just isn't. You know, and the emotions are it's gonna be a wide range for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's life.
That's life, yeah. And also, and I know this is going to sound so fucking cheesy, and I hate myself already for saying it, but this is just what I remind myself of when I'm having a bad time. It's like, yeah, I'm having a really bad time, and things fucking suck right now. And I've been depressed, and I've been emotional, whatever the fuck is going on. It does make the good times better, though. It does make you appreciate them more. And so that's what I try to like constantly think about and tell myself. It's like, all right, I'm going through a tough time, but hopefully when I get to the other side of this, I can really appreciate the good moments when I have them.
Yeah. I have reactions to sounds. I have like, it's really weird. For example, where'd it go? Michael says the horse neighboring story terrorizes people, but it wasn't that sad to me. I don't disagree. That is generally, it fucks with a lot of people. You know what's weird that fucks with me that doesn't fuck with anyone else? The opening scene in Moana. When I know it's fucking Moana. The opening scene in Moana when she's a little baby, you know, and it's like playing the song, and then it like cuts from the song. Maybe I don't remember, or maybe it's after that. I don't remember. Or this is right before the song starts. She's a little baby and she walks to the water, and the water like is going to choose her because she saved the little goofy baby turtle. And she's just standing there at the water, and the water moves to let her walk into it, and it fucking just goes, hey, like off in the distance, like this fucking music thing kills me. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it gets me every time, dude. Just like I'm up, like it's weird. It's the fucking music. It's like it knows they wrote it intentionally to get me.
Well, yeah, that's the point. Literally, music in movies is to help set a mood or help. What's the word I'm looking for? Like elevate emotions. Yeah, create atmosphere. Like that's a real thing. It makes sense. I mean, you felt what you were supposed to feel because of that music. You know,
and I don't for Coco though. Coco doesn't do that to me except at the very fucking end. The very end, where he's fucking playing the music for his grandma. He starts playing on his little guitar. Remember me. And then she starts singing in her old lady voice. Oh.
That one did nothing for me.
Shut up, bitch. You don't remember.
It did. No, I watched it when I got
You
home.
fell it? Oh, okay. Now I thought. I was like, you fell
No.
asleep.
I know that, but I watched it when I got home. I actually finished the movie because I was like, I said I was going to finish this movie. So when I got home, I watched it, and it just didn't do. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. But you did remind me that a movie that does make me cry, Lilo and Stitch.
That's a good one. I like how thick the fucking the daughter is, or not the daughter, but the older girl. Big old hips on her.
She
Love
does. It. Yeah, she has those Tahitian hips.
Yeah, and that's where you were from.
Yep, that is where I'm from. Not that island, but the state. Yeah.
Same thing, basically. Eric Allen with a pink boy, by the way. You understand when it comes to family, it's totally okay. Yeah. I agree. No, I'm right there with you, man. That when it comes to family, it's a little different. But I think the issue lies in when you say men crying is cringe, is people assume you mean for any reason ever. And it's like, no, that's not what we're saying. It's for no reason is when it's cringe, you know? Now it's still cringe when women do it, but they can do it. And you're not going to lose a relationship. You're not going to lose any, you know, for example, and here's your test case, right? Go into a room of all your guy friends and you're all like drinking beer and chilling, playing Halo or whatnot, and start fucking sobbing. Your guy friends are gonna be like, what the fuck? Like audibly, you're gonna be like, what the fuck's going on? What are you doing? What's happening, man? Like, what's going on? Are you all right? You know, you might have one guy friend that's like, dude, what the fuck? Are you okay, dude? What the fuck's going on? But all of them are gonna be like side-eyeing and standing in the room like, what's going on, dude? Jared's crying, right? If now put a woman in a room of all her female friends hanging out, starts crying, all of them will fucking come around her and be like, oh my God, what's going on, Zia? They're all like petting you. And, what's up? Oh my God. Now, let's take the exact same scenario and put Zia in a room full of men drinking and stuff. Start sobbing. They fucking do the same. They'll come up to you, oh, Zia, are you okay? And they'll all start hugging on you. Women are allowed to do it. Yes, it can get annoying, but they can still do it. You cannot, as a man, cry like a little bitch like that.
Do you think that's a generational thing, though? That's my question. Do you think that if like younger generation kid, like I want to ask my brother this question because he's 22. He just turned 22. He just had his birthday. I'm curious if something like that happened to his age group, if it would be the same thing.
I hope so.
Bro,
like we can't have these. We cannot have young dudes fucking doing this shit because because you know China's not doing that and Russia's not doing that. If those some bitches decide they're like, you know what, we're gonna go to America, we're gonna take that shit. We can't have dudes crying. We got to have dudes out there fucking flexing and like shooting some guns.
Hey, just because you cry doesn't mean you can't flex and shoot guns.
But your bullets are not as like true. Not as true and accurate. Thank you, Eric. By the way, Christy Weber is making a return with a red boy. Christy Weber! I mean, Webster. Fuck, did I do it again?
You fucked it up, Cody.
I keep doing it. I keep saying Webster. I did this last time. I think she missed Fight Milk too that she helped get to last stream. And I did double Fight Milk on Monday or something. I don't remember what day it was. Yeah, it was Monday or Tuesday we did double Fight Milk. I think she missed it. But thank you, Christy. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you so much for your giant red boy. Coming in strong. Thank you. Now, 280 from Naked Snake. Look at that. Bro,
no.
I'm ravenously hungry. This is brutal.
Ooh, what are you going to eat after the stream?
I don't know, but I haven't eaten today. Like I got up and ate a waffle because like I like rolled out of well, you probably don't. You probably remember. I rolled out of bed all hungover. Everything's out of focus and shaky, and I get up and like Ask Girl was like waffle. I'm like okay, and I get down there and there's a waffle and bacon, and I smash it and immediately walk directly back upstairs and lay in bed, and then I started freaking feeling weird. And sat there for like 2 hours. That's when I texted you. And I was like, bro, I'm freaking out.
I know. I'm sorry that was your first run-in with anxiety. Anxiety fucking sucks. It's the worst.
I literally was like, I texted you and I was like, it's like I took an asthma workout or something.
Yeah.
I felt like electric. And I was like, like Weird feeling. But I survived. Thank you, Christy. Oh, by the way, everybody liked the stream. Get on it, dog. Thank you, Christy. Appreciate you. Christy coming in strong. Eric Allen says, I have a 13-year-old who won't be ridiculous or an idiot this year. He will crush high school.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Good. Flex on him. It's called hangxiety. It's not uncommon. They call it hangxiety. Hangxiety? Oh, like a hangover with anxiety. Okay, that makes sense.
I always had anxiety. I mean, I have anxiety to this day. It's not as nearly as bad as it used to be, but it would be an overdrive when I was hungover for sure. Like it messes you up.
Yeah. It was pretty intense, and I don't know why it was, because I just fucking I just had a great conversation the night before with one of my sponsors, and we're just having we're getting things lined out really well. I'm like, things are going really, really well, and I'm like, why am I feeling weird? Very strange. Very, very strange. Thank you, Eric Allen. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Eric Allen, become a member. Thank you, my man. Hunter Brooks on Rumble says, if you cry, you are weak. There's no way around it. Thank you, Hunter Brooks. Which reminds me, my German Shepherd is getting really old. Every time he walks up the stairs or down the stairs or anything, all his joints are popping. Pop. I mean, he's fine. It's just he's getting old. So I'm thinking about, his successor.
And basically, you're thinking about the new dog you're gonna get.
The successor. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do, and I'm pretty confident I'm gonna get another giant German Shepherd, and I'm gonna
get a Rottweiler puppy.
Rottweilers are fucking terrifying.
No, they're so cute.
Billy says, I want you to meet him before you put him down. I'm not putting him down. He's dying of old age. I ain't gonna do that thing. You got to think about him. No, fuck that guy. I don't care how much pain he's in. He's gonna lay on the floor. He's gonna lay on the floor. I guarantee you, he would choose the pain over death every day. He is he does not leave my side. But I'm gonna name him Borgen von Strangle.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna name him Borgen von Strangle, the new one.
Borgen von Strangle.
Like from Fairly Odd Parents, the freaking fairy that was like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I don't know why. It's just Borgen von Strangle seems like a great name. Jenny, feelings. I am late. Hiya, Miss Zia. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, we were talking about if it was okay for men to cry.
Yeah, we're talking about feelings.
Yeah.
Feelings. I mean, it seems the general consensus is yes, it's okay for men to cry as long as it's not all the time and about nothing, right? Like that seems to be where we got with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't cry about bullshit. It's kind of the consensus, I think.
Oh no, poor Brooklyn.
Thank you, Jenny. What'd Brooklyn do?
And she's hiding in her crate because there's fireworks.
Oh, you're talking about Ashley. I'm like, what?
Oh, the puppy.
Yeah. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate you. My husky, so I live next to a military base, and they're always doing like explosion tests every fucking day at like 8 a.m. and it's so annoying.
God.
And sometimes it's really, really, really extreme. And my whole house feels like it jumps like a foot. It's fucking cool. I enjoy it, but my dogs do not. And it like the whole house feels like it goes like just lifts up and drops.
That's wild.
And my husky will jump in the bed and get like underneath me. And keep in mind, he's a massive monster of a dog.
Puppy.
He's easily the largest husky I've ever seen.
You sent me a picture of him today too, or was that last night? One or the other, but
it was one of those days. Oh yeah, he was laying in the weird ass bathroom. It's got a little cubby hole.
Yeah,
a little safe. Yeah, he's a monster. Thank you. My German Shepherd doesn't really care. He'll just come and sit beside me when it's exploding. But the husky wants to crawl inside my skin. Thank you, Jenny. Charles, been away for a bit. How's racing been? We just got to 7th in points. In my first year in the NASCAR world. It's been pretty cool. If we would have actually got to race Daytona and Phoenix, I'd be 6th or 5th in points right now, which would be even cooler. But hey, it's all good. It's all good. We're going to be racing full time next year as well, so we'll figure it out next year. But yeah, we got 4 races left. We got Watkins Glen next week. Got Bristol the week after, Kansas the week after, Toledo the week after, and then I'm done. Thank you, Charles. Eric Allen, thank you. Wait, how do you become a member twice?
Oh, no, I just saw that.
Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. This is awful. Thank you, Hunter. I appreciate it. 230 from Naked Snake. Yeah, I'm past that weird hangover point where eating's gross. And now I'm ravenous.
Eat a snack or something.
There ain't no snacks around me. I'm upstairs in my studio. I ain't got no snacks.
Don't you have someone that can bring you snacks?
No.
You could go downstairs and get snacks.
Nah, we're not got too much longer, you know. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
I'm freaking hungry too, and I want to eat after this. But guess who can't because she's out of calories? That's such bullshit.
I'm gonna eat me a steak. I think I'm gonna eat me a ribeye.
A ribeye, what are you gonna have with it?
Probably mac and cheese.
I was gonna say, dude, mac and cheese. I swear to God, that's what I was gonna say. But then I was gonna troll you and say, you know what goes good with ribeye, Cody? Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I have made myself eat them when I go to a restaurant. Like if you ever, I'm sure you've been, but there's some real over the top fancy restaurants where I live. In the downtown area of my city, you know, those over the top, like, oh, you're spending $250 every time you go.
Yeah.
And I went to one like a month ago, and they don't. You order the meal, and they bring you the meal. There is no changing it. So I ordered this ribeye, and it came with mashed potatoes. And I ate like half of them. I made myself try them. They were all right, but they're just not my shit, man. I don't like the texture. Consistency is gross.
Wait, do you like creme brulee?
What the fuck is creme brulee?
You've never had creme brulee? You're from Alabama.
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee, it's like a custard underneath, and then they put sugar on the top and burn it. It's called bruleeing. So it's like a caramelized, kind of like a hard caramelized shell on the top.
Why do they burn it? Why would you burn food?
Trust me, it's delicious. It's not like burnt, but they like burn it with a torch, and it melts all the sugar and forms this like hard, sweet.
I'm looking at it. It looks kind of nice.
Oh, it's delightful.
I don't like flan either, though. And
you don't like flan?
Yeah.
How are you all about Mexican culture and you don't like flan?
Consistent. It's the consistency's weird. You know?
God, yeah, it's caramelization, but fuck, I love flan. Holy shit, I love flan so much.
Thank you, Satellite Chad. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate your paint. Cody only wants cheesecake. I love cheesecake, bro.
Oh, me too. Do you like Cheesecake Factory? There's my question.
Well, I mean, it's all right. The cheesecake's good, but to be fair, it's no better than like a Walmart cheesecake.
See, I think it's better than a Walmart cheesecake. I don't think it's like the best cheesecake ever, but I still think it's better than Walmart. Solid. Yeah?
Yeah, I used to get them all the time.
You know what? Fuck it. I should try it on a snack stream one of these days.
The Publix ones are trash and the Kroger ones are trash. But the Walmart ones are really solid.
I'll give it a shot.
But I haven't had cheesecake in like a month and a half. I need to get some cheesecake.
Oh, I want cheesecake. Oh, Cody, you should try Halo Halo. Halo Halo is delicious.
Halo Halo?
Halo Halo.
What is that? Halo.
It's kind of like a version of Shave Ice, but they also do like chopped up. I've seen ones that have chopped up fruits. I think there's coconut milk on it too.
Yeah.
They're delightful. And yes,
nice.
Fried
looks
ice cream.
Cute. Looks cute. Halo Halo.
Key lime pie. Yes. Oh, Ashley, I feel like if we ever were able to hang out, we would get key lime pie and cheesecake and probably also cookies too. All of it.
M202 says I have to drive an hour round trip for cheesecake. Holy balls, bro.
Oh my God.
I don't like it that much. I'm not a sweets guy. I'm not really super into sweets. I don't have sweets very often.
What's your like go-to for savory shit? Like what do you crave?
Chips and salsa.
Okay.
I eat like 3 bags a week and like 4 jars of salsa like a week.
Chips salsa's good, but you don't like guacamole.
The hottest salsa on earth. Just as hot as I can get it.
So chips and salsa is cool, but chips and guacamole, no.
No, and also, why are people normies? Like, I'm one of my best friends in the world. Like, I'll go to his house, and he'll have chips and salsa. He'll be like, yeah, I have chips and salsa. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'll go over there, and he has literally fucking Tostinados or Tostatinos or whatever the hell it is.
I know what you're talking about.
Like, mild salsa and, like, Tostinados fucking chips. And I'm like, what do you mean you have chips and salsa? You have literally, like, McDonald's, like, fucking understanding of chips. You have the what is this? What is this? And like the salsa tastes like tomato like juice. I'm like, what is this garbage?
As the white people that think mayonnaise is spicy.
Dude, I get arriba extra hot salsa.
I I like spice, but I also have to be able to taste other stuff. I don't like stuff that's so spicy that all I taste is hot and my mouth is just on fire. I don't mind spicy where it's like, oh damn, this is spicy. It's got a kick to it. Like I like spice, but it has to be where other flavors are also coming through.
Extra hot. Oh, I don't like it. I don't ever. Well, now there's novelty spice. I don't like novelty spice.
Yeah, that's where it just gets stupid.
But I love, like, when I go to a hot wing joint, I usually get the hottest sauce on the wings, as long as it's like vinegar based, because then it's like,
love vinegar based.
Vinegar based, bro. Love it. But I don't like there's some sauces out there that are gross, but I like vinegar based, like hot wing sauce, like the hottest possible. Put it inside me, please. Let's give a big shout out to some of these people here. We're 230 from XIA, Naked Snake, Christy Weber, Eric Allen, Keros, Drylos, Billos, Sloshos, and Matthew Fauchen. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys.
I thought you were going to say Mathos.
Yeah, I wanted to change it up there at the very end. Yeah, I'm very I'm low energy tonight because I felt so terrible all day.
I know. I felt so bad when you texted me. I was like, oh no, the anxiety got him. You just gotta at least you had someone to make you tea. And like, it's whenever I have really, really, really bad anxiety days, I just put on a comfort show, something that I've watched a lot that always makes me feel good. That's kind of a feel good thing. Have it on in the background, something to try to focus on. Usually I can't eat. Anxiety makes it so I can't fucking eat. But if you can, having like a nice snack, supposedly chewing and swallowing is supposed to help with anxiety too. And just, take deep breaths.
Yeah. Mysterio, you right. You right about that, man. Yeah. But luckily this is my off week from racing. So I get to relax this week, but I do go to New York next week. So there's that.
Oh, wait, where in New York?
And it's called Watkins Glen.
Where?
I think it's like really far out. Watkins Glen is a village in New York State.
Watkins Glen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wow, yeah, that is far from me.
Yeah.
It's like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's over by Syracuse.
It's a big ass road course.
Oh shit.
Be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
Oh.
I'm excited. And then we go to Bristol, Tennessee.
Oh,
we're gonna be bringing a damn hell of a car to that race. I'm excited for that. Billy,
shit.
You would like Cook Shack's chicken in Webster, Texas spice. It's good. And they have one called AMF, that's scorpion spice with habanero pepper and ghost pepper spice. It's hot, but it is good. Oh my God. So they're building a Hattie B's hot chicken or whatever it's called in Huntsville where I live, and I'm so excited because they're hot, like tenders make me weak. They're so good. God, my mouth's like watering thinking about them.
I want some tenders.
Hattie B's hot chicken.
We're talking about food, and now I just want to eat everything.
I'm so hungry.
I want pizza.
I ate pizza like 3 days ago.
Ah.
Cody's gonna win the Glen. I doubt it. Thank you. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. Jenny with a pink boy late in the game. Feel better. Get on it, doggone it. Thank you, Jenny. I love you.
Flowers.
150 from Naked Snake.
Oh my.
We're closing in. We got like 10 minutes left too. It's crazy. So everything's coming together with a little bow on top. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for supporting us dumbass small YouTubers, me and Zia.
I appreciate, dude. It amazes me so much. We hit on the last stream, it was Bikini Show 132 in a row, and I was like thinking about it during the stream, but even after the stream, and I was like, what the fuck? I have no business as the tiny, like such a small amount of subscribers that I have YouTuber getting the support I do. It's like I'm so grateful to the people that want to watch my stuff.
Yeah, dude. I feel that way all the time.
Oh my God, it's crazy. I'm like, this shouldn't be happening, but thank you so much.
Miles Swan says, Chody, Linkin Park got a new singer. Yeah, it's some chick. What's her name? Like,
yeah. Have you actually listened to it? I want to hear her because I'm hearing mixed things about her.
I think you should just disband. I think when something like that happens, just disband or go the Creed route. You know, like with Scott Stapp, when Scott Stapp left Creed or was kicked out or whatever the hell, I don't remember what happened. They just changed the name of the band.
What they changed the name of the band to?
Alter Bridge.
No, Alter Bridge was a different band. Alter Bridge was just the guitarist that went off and did his own thing,
Alter
right?
Bridge had it was all of them.
All of them except for Scott. Oh, for some reason I thought it was just the guitarist that went off and did Alter Bridge.
Yeah,
and
okay. Miles Kennedy was the singer. And now obviously they didn't change the name of it. It was technically a different band.
Yeah.
But
I liked Alter Bridge.
It was fun. It was just Creed, but it was Alter Bridge. Alter Bridge is all but Stapp. Alter Bridge is awesome. I love them. I love them more, actually, way more. But because it was like a little bit heavier feeling. But still, I don't know. I think you disband. And Pantera is a unique situation because it's been like 20 years.
Well, and also 2 of them died. And then if you Zach Wilde came back in on guitar. And if you're gonna have anyone play guitar, in place of Dimebag, it has to be Zach Wilde. So with that, I'm not mad about it. But without Vinny, it's like, but here's the thing: Pantera songs are so fucking iconic.
Yeah.
That you couldn't change the band and still play the same stuff,
Yeah, that's the thing is if you're gonna make a tribute band, with a tour with Pantera, it had to be. There was only one guitarist on the planet, and it was Zach Wilde. And I was like, if they would have done it with anybody else, I'd have been pissed.
Yeah,
Zach Wilde's Zach Wilde, and he's friends of Dom, so it worked out.
Yeah.
Adrian and Javine. I probably spelled that or pronounced that wrong. I ordered out tonight and got the dessert of the day. It was pistachio cheesecake. Oh my God, even though the meals suck, I go back for that damn cheesecake. Hell yeah.
Pistachio dessert might be one of my favorite flavors. Pistachio ice cream, pistachio pudding, pistachio cheesecake. God damn it, that sounds amazing.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Adrian. Love you. Appreciate you. Matt Amos says, I've started taking chicken breast tenderloins, unbreaded, put a bit of oil and season rub, and then air fry like it's one of the breaded tenders. Really good. A lot of fewer carbs. Hell yeah, dude.
Sounds
good. When my diet comes, I call it the death diet. And no one does what I do because the way I do it is like a mental thing. Because when I tell people about it, they're always like, oh, you don't have to do that. I'm like, yes, I get it, but I can't. I eat basically unseasoned grilled chicken and unseasoned white rice, and I eat it for twice a day, and then I eat egg whites with nothing in them twice a day, and I do that for 12 to 16 weeks, and I don't have a cheat day, by the way, at all.
So you have to do that in order to stick to it. Is kind of what works for you.
It's like punishing myself makes me feel way more fulfilled and like self-control, not self-control, structured. Something about it is like it's really structured, and
interesting.
It's almost like a rite of passage that I do every year. Last year, I only got down to 178, and I was very upset because we went to the Daytona test, and I drank and had some pizza, and that was all it took. But
still remember at Content House though when you dude, I'm sorry, this just made me laugh so fucking hard because you're hammered, and I came upstairs from downstairs, and I think you were up in the kitchen talking to someone, and I came back up into the kitchen, and you sort of whispered, you just came into my ear and you sort of whispered to me, and you're like, Sia, I had a bite of pizza.
Yeah.
I look in one of the boxes, and there's a piece of pizza sitting there with one Cody bite taken out of it. And I was just fucking losing it because you were wasted. You had one bite of pizza that weekend, and it fucking cracked me up.
It was great. Thank you, Matt Amos. I appreciate you. The funniest thing is when I drink, so you know how there's like angry drunks, sad drunks, all these different kinds of drunks. When I drink, I just like adore the female form. Like I hyper adore it. I'm just like, oh my God, I love the female form. Hold on, let me find it.
That and fires.
Yeah, I like to tend to fires. This was how I was looking at Zia from across the room when I was fucking hammered. Right here. I don't know if I can open it in a new tab. Can I do that? Yeah, this is exactly how I was looking at Zia from across the room when I was hammered. She'll remember.
I do remember. I do remember.
She's like, why are you staring at me? And I'm like, bro.
I was looking over at him like
I was like, she had some joggers on, or some like leggings, like tight ass leggings, and I was just fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
And then you'd wander over and be like, I made a fire.
I did make a fire, yes.
You did. You were tending to that fire all night. It was hilarious.
And I was like really drunk, and that fire was raging. And I was, like, so proud of my drunk self. Sometimes I'm sober and I can't even make a fire. I was drunk and that shit was.
That's all it takes. It's like bowling when you're drunk. You're only good at it when you're drunk.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, for sure. We got a few minutes left. We're 140-ish away from Naked Snake.
Oh,
I appreciate all the support from all you beautiful people tonight. Thank you so much for all your greens, your golds, your pinks, your oranges, your red boys. You guys are goated as hell. Jenny, all the same people as well. Christy, Eric Allen, I appreciate you, my friend. Karos, long-term boys, Dryless, people that have been supporting me for literal years. And I'm very thankful. It doesn't matter how many viewers in the stream, if it's a high or low number, it's the same people always supporting your boy. So I'm very thankful to have a core group of people that care about my success and well-being. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. You must be bigot. Billy, shut your mouth. I don't give a fuck about you, Billy. You bitch. Mick Stellar says spam your PayPal. All right, hold on. Let me find it. He's wanting me to talk about my PayPal. It's getting, we're almost to 6666666. Look at this.
Heck yeah.
We're almost to 666. We're so close. We're $3. Somebody throw 3 at that, please. Thank you. So we can
just 3, no more.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for all this. I am taking this down probably pretty soon, whenever I can remember to do it. The link is in the chat. It is to help me get to the end of the year. I have a lot of awesome people on there. Top 5 people I'm going to fly to Vegas that supported on there, and top number 1 will go to Daytona with me and Vegas, obviously. There's the link. I will be taking it down before I launch my Indiegogo. I have a really cool Indiegogo plan. I have a bunch of people working towards it right now and working on it. So that's about to drop. So make sure you are paying attention because there's going to be a lot of cool shit on it. I will give you the hint because I've already mentioned it. My helmet that I've used for over 25 NASCAR races will be on the Indiegogo, along with every piece of art that is prepared by some comic book guys will also be on there. It'll include obviously every tier. It'll include everything from every tier, plus my helmet, which is signed by Cecil, Ethan Van Sciver. For some reason, Billy Hatcher signed it. And Ethan drew Cyberfrog on the back of it. It's really cool. So that will be on the campaign and a lot of things like that. Like all the gloves I used. I think the whole right side of my car from Iowa will be on it because I got wrecked like a motherfucker at Iowa. And I have the wrecked car in my garage now. It was just awarded to me because it's destroyed. So I have that.
Sell it for parts, or is it not?
Yeah, that's kind of like, I kind of
use it for the race for the rest of the year.
It's discombobulated. It's quite destroyed. So I'm going to be giving away some of that stuff too. By the way, Sean Smith with a 50. Sean, big shout out to Sean. Dude supports me a lot, and especially from behind the scenes, a lot more than you guys can ever imagine. And I really appreciate you. And also big shout out to the Elite Bath Spa and Closets. I feel like it's called both of those things, and I always forget which one it is. They have a location where I live, and I'm going to go down there to do I think, grand opening thing. So that's going to be really cool. They're one of my sponsors in racing, and they've literally saved my ass on more than one occasion. So I appreciate you, Sean. Thank you. And real quick, Jenny with $100 Rumble Rant.
Does that mean that we hit Naked Snake?
I think that means we hit it. I think it means it doesn't go against my counter because it's a different app, but I think that means we hit it. Let me pull this up. I want to pull up Elite Bath. Elite. Please auto-populate so I can not mess it up every time I say it. Oh my gosh, come on. I tag them all the time. It's got to pop up. This is some bullshit. All right, let me just I'll just go to my post. It's probably on one of my posts. Let's pull up my boys. real quick so you can follow them on Facebook. I'll post their link. Boop. How do you go to profile? God, I hate Facebook. How do I even find my page? Where am I? God, Facebook sucks, man.
I do.
Oh.
Facebook is horrible.
It's
The only reason I go on it is from a boob group.
boob group.
I got a boob group, man.
Oh yeah. What is her name? Ask Girl. She was in that boob group, the same one.
It's a great group.
When she was wanting to get boobs.
Just change your mind.
Yeah, I think she got over that phase.
Yeah, it's something that you need to know you want for a long time before you do it.
All right. Here's my boys. Elite Showers and Closet LLC. The greatest people on earth. Thank you guys so much for all your love. This is their Facebook. I'm putting it in the chat. Give them some love. It's very, very important. They are supporting your boy in a huge ass way. You're going to see them all over the car here in the next couple of races. So give them some love. They're goated as hell. I put the link right there. Follow them because they're supporting me. And follow them because they have some cool shit going on. And I'll also be at one of their events coming very soon. So it's going to be awesome. So there it is right there. Give them some love right now. Everybody in the chat, click that some bitch. It's right there. Give them some love. It's going to be cool. We're going to have a lot of cool collabs too. So get on it, doggone it. All right. By the way, we already hit Naked Snake, but Krista McGough. Krista McGough! 1,000 Norwegian Krogans.
Man, even their money sounds cool. I'm sorry. Krogans? Like, dude,
yeah, it's kick ass. That's like
awesome.
those frog looking dudes from that one game, Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Krogans. They look like fucking frogs. Prolonged stress can lead to exhaustion and anxiety. Stress hormones over time destroy you. Stress responses fight for flight. The human brain has evolved into releasing I'm dying levels of cortisol over day to day. Dude, that might be what it is because I was dealing with almost losing my house for like the last 3 months.
Wait, what?
Racing's expensive, so yeah.
Holy crap, dude.
I didn't look, I was never really in danger. It's just, there was a lot of times where I was like negative. Like 15 grand. Like
that's not good.
Because I was waiting for sponsor payments and stuff to like kind of level out. It was fucking terrifying.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
But I have we're working out a deal for next year to make it where I never will even be remotely close to that next year. It'll be like normal life next year. And it's pretty cool to have survived all this because it was pretty crazy at some points. Thank you, Chris McGough. I love you, dude. I appreciate you for your 1,000 Norwegian Krogans. You the man with a plan. Always supporting your boy. Thank you so much, dude. Jenny over on Rumble. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Chris McGough getting us there. We killed Naked Snake. And don't forget Junebug. Any clones of me today? Nope. You the only one. The true and blue and the OG. Thank you, Chris McGough. Thank you, Sean Smith. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. It is time for Naked Snake and Naked Zia. And then I'm going to raid. We'll get the hell off here and go eat something because I'm freaking hungry. Hungry, boys.
I'm gonna put a bikini top on. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm hungry, boys.
I have to pee again. Drink a lot of water.
Hungry. So hungry. Raid EBS. Is he on? I don't even say. Oh, he is. Yeah, we'll do EBS. Fuck. Dude, he streams so long. My guy over here. He just streams too damn much. Too damn much. All right. He gets a lot of viewers, though, man. Sometimes I have 1,000. Sometimes I don't. Are you going to cook? Yeah, I'll probably cook. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. All right. You guys ready for some Naked Snake? I appreciate all the support today, guys. Make sure you guys like the stream. I'll have some new videos coming out. Gonna go hard as hell. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, by the way, make sure you let me know if you're going to Watkins Glen so I can try to see you. T-bone steak. Oh, yeah, I might make me a ribeye. Yeah. Racing is the rich man's sport. You ain't lying, dude. Just you basically need like a solid $500,000 to survive in racing. It's pretty rough, and that's just in just whatever series, Just whatever series. God, I'm hungry. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Thank you guys for so much love, by the way. I know I say that a lot, but I appreciate it. I really do. It's been quite the journey this year. Quite the journey. We'll be live again Monday, of course. Very excited for that. So don't miss that as well. All right. Went in another one today, one shelf of Xbox 360, and that's it. Squall Shade. Wow. So fun, so cool. All right, boys. It's time for Neck and Snake and Neck and Zia. I appreciate you guys so much for all your love. Let's do it one more time for the boys in the back. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Tristan. Let's do it. I'm so excited. Alan Jones. Thank you, Alan Jones. Here we go. 343 in a row, I believe. I can't remember. It's a lot. It's a lot. Here we go. Take my ears off.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'm melting to you.
Here we go, boys.
What a fear in my heart.
One more time, boys.
So supreme.
Oh my God! Got two beach balls over here. Snake eater. In my time, there be nobody else. Look at them coming in. Cry. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Here we go, boys. You ready?
Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive.
Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. I give my life. Not for honor, but for you. In my time, there be nobody else. Look at them all coming. Ashley, Jenny, Rob. Crying. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Amazing 343 in a row, boys. Thank you guys so much. Get on it, doggone it. Making it big, son. Here we go. One more time. You ready, Ashley? Thank you so much, boys. We did it again. Even Helena jumped in. Thank you guys so much for all your love. Don't forget to subscribe to Zia. Post the damn link in the chat, please.
Thank you. I'm getting closer to 10,000.
She got demonetized and still makes just the exact same amount of money.
I love everyone so much for taking the time to donate to me because they can't super chat. And I know it's an extra step, but seriously, thank you so much to everybody who does that because I know it's a pain in the ass, but they do it anyway, and I fucking appreciate it so much.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys like the damn stream on the way out. I'll have a new video probably tomorrow. Make sure you check that out. We eclipsed 1 million by a freaking mile this month for my first time in like a year or 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah.
Because I started putting a lot of work into it for some reason. So thank you guys for that. I'll see you guys over on let me make sure he's still alive before I do this. On Ethan's show. Give him some love when we raid Ethan. Van Sky. Yeah, he's still going. Get on it, doggone it. I'll see you guys over there. I love you. Thank you again to all you guys. You guys are crazy as hell. Get on it, doggone it. Bye.